Hi, I'm Mark Donovan, Director of Commercial Applications for Audio-Technica, and today I'm here to talk a little bit about System 20 Pro and some of the tools that are available to help you be more successful. And with any wireless system, obviously you're worried about maintaining reception, that RF link, and it's no different with System 20 Pro as far as that's concerned. But one of the cool things about it, if you actually haven't already seen it, this is System 20 Pro here, and the way that we operate in remoting these antennas is we actually remove the entire send and receive package. This is actually covered in another video on the YouTube channel about how you can remove this entire send and receive package and mount it on the end of a category cable and put that out in the space or wherever you need to get the best RF link. The question is well, how do I know? How can we verify that we have a good link? Well, there are tools that are built into Wireless Manager to help you do just that. All right, so there we have it. You can see we've got the 4-channel mode. You can see this transmitter. This is the belt pack, which I'm wearing. It's got the Omni lapel mic on right now. So I'm going to go up here to Tools, and you're going to see Timed Walk Test. And the timed walk test is going to allow you, of course, to select your device. So here's the receiver, channel 1. We select that. And it's actually going to give me 2 graphs as I move around. So if I'm walking around a room, this is going to show me, 1, what the RF level is, and 2, what the quality is. Now, RF level is just what it sounds like. It's the RF level. The quality is actually relates to the bit error rate. In other words, how many errors are in the digital stream that's going over the RF, because that's obviously more important. The more errors that you have, you start having dropouts and distortion and things like that. So right now I have the receiver for this back in the room behind us. All right, it's not an ideal location, but for this it's fine. For me sitting at this table, for me moving around the lab here, it's actually fine. But if I were to need to go outside of this room or go further distance, maybe it wouldn't be so good. I'm going to actually give you an example of that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start. And as we started this, you can actually see, as I'm walking out, you can see those 2 levels. You've got the purple, which is your quality, which is nice and solid, and the RF level is varying a little bit. And then as I start going outside, we may actually see that start to change significantly because, of course, I have block wall over here. I'm getting further and further away from that as I walk out. And that RF level, you can see the RF level starting to drop. And you can see that quality level starting to get maybe a little bit shakier. And in fact, at this point, you may even see that starting to drop out. So as I roll around further down here, we do have a mic on the other camera so that, if my audio does drop out, at least you're still going to hear what's going on. But you can certainly see. And then, of course, if I do something like ducking around the corner here, you're going to see what really happens to that RF level. So let's walk back in here again. And we're going to actually we'll see it come back up again. But we're also going to move that receiver and show you how that makes a difference on things. All right, so I'm back in the lab again, and I've actually changed up the receiver. So like I said before, the receive module was back in that closet, actually in the rack-mounted device, but now I've actually moved it out here. So this is it. It's on the end of a Cat 5 cable. You can see the green light on the back of there. It's powering up. And so now I'm much more in the open. I'm out here much more, less obstruction. So let's do that same exact walk test, but see what the difference is between them. So again, going down here, select the device, select the receiver, and select and start. So now you're going to see actually quite a bit of difference. You see, that level actually starts off a little bit more. As I'm moving out, it changes. Obviously, it's going to change a lot, but a little bit higher RF level than we had before. And the quality level is still good. And I'm going to do the same thing where I'm walking out into the hallway. And as we're going back down here, hopefully nobody trips over anything. So as you can see, the level's still going to be changing as I move around, as various reflections and things like that happen. But we've got a much stronger level here, and we can look at that that quality, that purple line. We can see that it didn't drop out like it did before, and you can actually hear that as well. So we've got a whole different scenario going on. I'm actually able to walk this distance. I'm actually able to put myself in this difficult environment where I've got all of these obstructions. And like I said, whether you didn't notice this or not, But this whole thing here, this is block wall all the way down. And that's, obviously block wall does a lot of obstruction for 2.4 gigahertz wireless, but how you position that antenna and the tools that are built into the software to help you do that is really key to being successful with System 20 Pro. So that's all I got on this one. Thanks.